I have recently just repurposed a whole bunch of my YouTube videos, and I was thinking that if you are someone who has been creating content, even just for a little while, whether it is YouTube, blog posts, Substack articles, emails, or even social media content, and you just feel like it is becoming disposable content every week, you have to think of something new to create, and you've got this backlog of stuff that people haven't even seen yet. This is going to maybe give you some ideas and help you to think differently about your content, how you can reuse and repurpose something you've already created, especially on your low energy weeks, or if you've got weeks where you're just super busy and you know you're not going to get around to it, and an endless loop of content ideas that you can just keep bringing out whenever you need to make sure that the time and energy you're putting into creating is actually going to good use and being used in ways that the most amount of people are going to actually see. If we haven't met before, I'm Mackenzie-Smith, a multi-award-winning business coach and visibility strategist. And for the past 12 years, I've been supporting introverted, highly sensitive, and neurodivergent solopreneurs to understand their needs and build businesses that support them instead of feeling like they have to choose between being accommodated and having a business that doesn't burn them out, or having something successful. And in every video, I want to share with you different strategies and things that I support my one-on-one and my group mentoring clients with so that you can start to build a business that takes care of you as well. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly my step-by-step process of how I've been breathing new life into my old content. I've got here for you a checklist to make it super easy so that you don't have to try and remember. And in fact, I created this for myself because it is just something that I think to do every now and again instead of having it as a part of my weekly content rotation, or even just something that I'm doing monthly to make better use of what I'm creating. Recently, I've been building the Visibility Path library in my Visibility Vault free community, and I was thinking about what I want to build to put in here, but also things that I've created before that I know are really going to help the members. And if they've just come into contact with me, they may not have seen it. And even if they have seen it, they maybe haven't seen it in the context of what we're doing here in the Visibility Vault, which is finding our own way to share our work and get in front of the right people. So I was thinking about this last week, and I just realized that I have all of these videos on my YouTube channel that would fit perfectly into this classroom, into this video library, but that I just haven't put in there yet. And instead, I've been creating new content and adding that in, but there is other stuff in here that I could add that would mean I don't have to create something new, but I'm still able to provide value to the group. So this is my content revival checklist that I literally built for myself so that I would not keep kind of going, oh, I think I have a video about that, and then remember every now and again to repurpose it and do something else with it. So the first step here is to actually revisit your content. And what I've definitely realized in the past couple of weeks is that I should absolutely have some kind of log of the content I'm creating. If you already have this, you are amazing. And if you haven't thought to do this, it is a really good way to keep track of videos that you've made, to keep track of all of your ideas and have everything in one place. So you always have other content to link to, which means that more people are going to watch one video or read one post and then maybe be directed to the next piece of content that they should see after that. So this is the starting point. Revisit your content, have a look at what you've got. Is there anything that needs to be archived or maybe even could be refreshed as new content while you archive the old version? Or is there actually stuff that you have created that is really good and it still is something that you stand by, a strategy that you teach, or something that you share with your clients that you just need more people to see? What happened to me the other day was I literally thought to myself, oh, I should do a video about being your best client case study. And then I remembered that I actually have a video around that. And I thought to myself, I should definitely be using that instead of creating the same piece of content again. How can I breathe new life into something that I've already done? So after this, it was just a case of going back, finding the content on my channel, which is down here, and realizing that it has an old cover on it, an old thumbnail, and how can I make better use of this and actually repurpose it? Now, I've gone back and actually changed this back so that you can see what it originally looked like. What I also did is I went and I updated the description. I added my Visibility Vault call to action at the top, and I just made sure that everything was still up to date, or if I needed to add anything else here. Then I have this browser plugin called Glasp, and you can actually just grab the transcript here, make a copy of it, come into Claude, pop that in there, and then I literally will just say, this is a transcript of my YouTube video. Please turn it into an SEO rich, AI search friendly summary for, and that will just go away and work there. Coming back to my refreshing is that I've got the description. Like I said, I already updated that. I've grabbed the transcript there. That's working away, taking my words and actually just putting it into a different format for me. And then the next thing is that I wanted to update the thumbnail. So I came in here and I found my old thumbnail, and then I just reworked and made a new thumbnail here. So I am just going to come in and edit the video and change the thumbnail here as well. And then what I was able to do is actually come back in here and update the classroom. So this is a public community that can be reached via Google search or by AI because it's public, and anyone who, even if they're not in the group, can actually see the posts and things in here. And that is on purpose to be able to get the extra SEO. As you can see, the thumbnail has now updated. I've got this content in here. So that is refreshing the surface, making it look, again, up to date with my current content. It gives it new life as well. So even if people have maybe seen it before a year ago when I first shared this, they may have forgotten, and then they see this has got like an updated video, and it makes my channel also look more up to date as well. Once you start to scroll back, you can see all of the different branding over the years, but it's kind of updating the content without taking too much time to be doing that. Like spending an entire day updating all of the thumbnails, just kind of doing them as they're relevant. This also helps me to see which of my old content still has life in it. And then I can just remove or archive any of the content that is just no longer relevant to what I'm talking about now, and just keep that refreshed without it having to be a big deal. Step 3 is to actually route the piece. So what am I going to do with it? Where is it going to be? I have a paid and a free community. Obviously, I have my YouTube channel there. Is it going to go on the blog? Is it going to go in the Skool community? And this means having kind of a criteria or even just an instinct for where you want to put things and why. When I actually remember that I had this video that I wanted to repurpose and make better use of, I also remembered that earlier in the year, I was part of a summit where I built on this and turned it into a full 30-minute training for spiritual entrepreneurs who really do struggle to share what it is that they actually do in a tangible kind of way that people can see what that transformation can look like. And so being your best client case study, especially if you're just starting out and don't necessarily have a lot of clients yet, can actually help you to show people what it is that you do instead of trying to put it into words. And as you can see, this is exactly what I'm doing here. I help clients all the time build a content and repurposing plan so that they can make the best use of their time and energy. And so by showing you exactly what I'm doing and creating resources from that, like you can see how that actually works in a way that's different from me just telling you that you should repurpose your content. What I'm not sure about yet is whether this is something that's actually going to resonate with my community and with my audience. So what I have done, as you can see, it is a video in here. I'm going to do a post and share this with the community so that everybody can see and engage with it, and then decide if I'm going to actually release the summit piece of content as just a bonus in the community for a short amount of time. See what kind of engagement it gets, if any questions come from that, if any new content ideas come from there as well, and then decide whether it's good enough to become maybe a paid training or something that is worth testing with a wider, colder audience, or if it just then becomes a bonus piece of content on my YouTube channel, in my free community, or something that's bonus in my paid community, but is again another reason for why people might come and do a 7-day trial and see if that's something that they want to join. So this is where we're kind of making a decision about where it's going to be, but also testing things if we're not quite sure, because our audience, our people will tell us, and that can also lead to other ideas, other resources, other offers that we may not have thought of. So we can use things like AI and our audience to actually reflect back to us stuff that we're just too close to see. What I always like to do is just see what kinds of free resources even that I can come up with as quickly and easily as possible. Instead of trying to think of everything myself, again, we're using what is already in the video that I've created. It is my personal strategy. It is something that I teach to my clients and members. And from here, please give me ideas for a free resource I could create to go along with this video. And it will come and give a bunch of ideas. You can make your own version. Obviously, you do not have to use AI at all. I just find that because we're so close to our own ideas and content, sometimes we can miss really good things that we could create so easily here. Freebies are a great way to get engagement on your social media content. You can use this to test with your email list, your social media audience, or even a cold audience as to whether this is something that you should go deeper into and spend the time to create a course or a program or a low-ticket digital product to actually put the time and energy into creating that. But if no one is interested and you don't get that engagement, then that can help you to see that it's actually better to maybe focus on something else. And the best part about this is that you can do it so quickly and easily now to just test to see what your next steps should be. Once you've decided where it is you're going to put it, making sure to just update all of the details so that if anyone new lands on it, they know the next step. As you can see here, I changed the description here to make sure that my top of the fold call to action was to come and join the free community, because it just is so relevant to what this video is actually about. And then from there, you can obviously repurpose those pieces again. Now I can just go put it in my Skool community, write a post about it, send that out to everyone so they can see. There's now a free resource that I'm potentially going to create out of these ideas. I then have other things to direct people to without having to actually create anything brand new. And then from here, of course, I can then direct people who watch that video to come into the group, because for right now, I'm going to have this extra training that's available for a short time only with another resource there for them to be able to take action quickly with. So that is two pieces of content that not only live really well together, but can actually be the full process of my free repurposed content, a new free resource that can help me to grow my group or my email list, new content that I can then put on social media to share the new resource and remind people to go back and watch this and maybe even try this strategy. And then also a paid option or upgrade available as well. Even if you're brand new and you haven't created that much content yet, this is a really good habit to get into of how can you just make more use of what it is that you're doing by having a clear system in place of exactly what happens after you publish something, how you share it with your audience, and then how over the next 3 to 6 months you can continue to bring people back to it. So it's not something that you just spend hours creating that has a lifespan of 15 minutes and then never gets used again. It's also so helpful and really good for your SEO and your search to be referring to your old content in your new content as well. So while you then reuse an old piece of content and get it in front of new people, you may find that new questions emerge or new ideas for future content that you can create out of sharing it with new people, and they maybe have questions or they want support around that you might go, oh my gosh, there's 3 other videos in here that you can then link back to the original piece and start to really build your ecosystem where it doesn't matter which piece of content your people stumble on, there's then a whole bunch of other pieces that they can go and check out as well that build more of the story and get them in front of you with more face time, where they actually get the opportunity to see, hey, you really know what you're talking about and you're somebody who can really help them. So I'm going to pop the checklist in the description down below so that you can check it out as well. And then from creating this video, I actually have a couple of other things that I want to create and test out and share with you as well. So make sure to subscribe so that you can see the next part of this little mini series, or come and join us in the Visibility Vault and you can actually come and experiment with us, share what you're doing in real time and start to build your own visibility plan that actually really supports you instead of feeling like you're just on that content creation hamster wheel where you're putting a lot of time and energy into something that not that many people are seeing. I hope that you found this helpful. I'll actually link the Be Your Best Client case study video here so that you can check it out as well. And if you're interested in being able to create these really simple systems that help you and your energy as you're running your business as a solopreneur, I have a workshop coming up where I'm going to go through my entire cozy growth ecosystem, where visibility is just one part of the 3-part system that I'm sharing with my one-on-one clients right now. I will pop the link in the description for you so you can come and check that out. And please let me know in the comments if you go back and repurpose a piece of your content, or if you have any questions about how you can make this work for the kind of content that you're currently creating. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.